You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the October 20th meeting for the Michigan City Urban Enterprise Association. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
We'll call the Monday, October 20th, 2025 Michigan City Urban Enterprise meeting to order. We'll start with roll call. Nick Pollock.
Present.
Dakota Euler.
Present.
Wendy Willis.
Here.
Antonio Conley.
Here.
DeMarcus Briscoe.
Here.
Tristan Smith is present as well. We have a quorum. We will start with the approval of minutes. The May 19th minutes, the secretary didn't get them in, so do I have a motion to table the May 19th regular meeting minutes?
I believe they're already tabled, so I think they could just stay on the table. Any motion for that, or?
Just leave them on the table.
Yeah.
July 21st,
Same, I believe.
August 18th. I think everybody should have it in their email. I sent out the revised copy after Dakota sent it like 2 hours ago. It should have got to everybody. The August 18th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve as read. I wasn't here, but I read through the minutes, everything was.
I have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We will go down to old business. Neighborhood grant presentations. We had sent out an email for the 3 neighborhood beautification grants. We canceled last meeting, reached out to them. I thought they were going to be here today. Looks like since they aren't here, we will move down to new business, and we'll go to the finance report for September 1st. In the claims docket, you will see the Laha investment to rent the office space, rent payment, USPS postal payment, and the Verizon. Only thing that's on here that's not regular is we had 2 checks cash, one to Crash Construction for $6,000, one to Positive Image Positive Impact for $2,500. That was the neighborhood beautification grant. Also in your emails, I sent out the spreadsheet that Dakota graciously made showing every applicant and who's all been paid to date and the check number. So you can cross-reference it with those. The last payments to the previous executive administrative assistant are all on here as present as well. That pretty much sums it up for the September finance report.
Motion to approve?
I got a motion. Do I got a second?
Second.
Any discussion? I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We'll go to, guess I'll step back. This should have said 8-1 and 9-1 technically on top of the pages. I just realized it now. Yes, now I'm 2 for 2. But on the 10-1 account balance, that should say 9-1, and the previous should say August 9-1 for September. There is a typo in the checking for Horizon account. It says $7,963.67. It should say 769.67 cents. In the claims docket, you will see there was a charge. The only thing different from this, you will see a charge for the laptop charger, which came to $60.23. And then there are 5 checks that were cashed. And you can cross-reference those check with the spreadsheet that was sent out. I think everybody should have a copy of it as well. That went out with the packets. And then you also see for board member stipend, Dakota pointed out to me I accidentally left off him and Bruce's board member payment after the previous meeting, so it popped up. It came through on this for $100, and then there was a money market transfer to the main checking of $25,000. What's up, Jim? Stay for the record that Jim Claren has joined the meeting. Good afternoon, sir. Do I have a motion? I got a motion. Do I got a second?
Second.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes for passage of both finance reports. And we'll go down to office updates. As of today, we stand at $45,135.90 has been collected has been collected so far for this grant cycle. There's $14,943.63 outstanding from payments left from participants of the UEA program that have not yet came in. We are also running low on toner for printer. We have ran out of staples. We have one public records request. They want all applications for this current year's grant cycle. We don't have any current process or anything in place for the information. But I did point out to the person that reached out that every applicant is posted on our agenda for everybody that applies. They never responded back, but wanted to bring to the board's attention. Also received an email from the mayor's office. They asked the UEA to partner with them on a grant for $10,000 aimed at removing barriers in mobility and childcare for people entering the workforce. I was going to reach out and try to schedule a meeting with the office and try to follow up and get some more information. Then try to circle back at the next meeting and lay out as much information possible to the board regarding that. I have forwarded everybody the email from the EDMC for the Vibrant Michigan City celebration. There's 3 categories. You can be a sponsor, support the event through financial contributions or raffle item donations. Be an exhibitor, you can showcase your services to the community. I guess you can set up a table and present what we have to offer. You can lead a seminar, share your expertise in a community-focused session. I think everybody should have got the email I have forwarded to everybody.
Then they canceled it now.
Yeah, it was canceled.
It's canceled now.
It was canceled.
It just canceled today.
Postponed.
Oh, for the side,
Today.
okay.
He just did it.
Oh.
Yeah, they just postponed it.
Mhm.
I sent an email.
I guess I should look up the email again.
Yeah, they just did it. So
And with the help of Dakota, we've cleaned up the office a lot. It was kind of been a disarray. Kind of got the files a little organized and cleaned up around in there. It's kind of chaotic in there. So I think it'd be a great time to officially start the search for the executive assistant. I would see if anybody wants to. I know Dakota wants to be on the committee, the subcommittee to start the search for executive assistant. I have 2 more volunteers for it.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody else? And Mr.
I was
Conley.
waiting for one of them to.
So I'll let Dakota lead the way with that. I'll let Dakota lead the way with that. I guess the way I was.
Job.
Huh?
I think they'll do a fine job.
So one thing I would suggest is I think the publisher out there try to get as much as possible. I know that there's been some inquiries into the position already. So I kind of took those information. I got a folder I can give to you, and you guys can have caveat to however you want to post, however you want to do it. I do know last time we used the Michigan City Chamber of Commerce posted it. The city posted it on the city's website in the Bleacher, I think the newspaper is. Theirs was a charge for like $15, I think. And they put in like 3 issues, three subscriptions. They put it out there. So I mean, you guys got carte blanche to do as you please, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors on it. I think that's it for office updates. Only thing is we're gonna have to buy some more printer for the toner, some more toner for the printer, and buy some staples. As you see, everybody got paper clips for their board packet today. So I'm trying to find some time to go collect those items. But any questions on anything regarding the office?
Could you repeat the numbers at the top a little bit slower?
$45,135.90 collected in checks. Oh, there's also $380 from the shirts that were being sold, and there's like $420 worth of shirts left that I don't know what we're gonna do with them or who's gonna want to buy them, but we have those as well.
So about the basketball shirts.
Yes, ma'am. Then there's $14,994.63 still outstanding from check payments that are set to come in, which essentially is 2 companies. One has a $12,000 payment that's due, and then $2,000. So I'll check the mailbox again tomorrow to see if they came in. And then another suggestion I'll make is I really think it'd be beneficial to us if we got away from paper written checks and try to use the services of QuickBooks, that we just print the checks out to be a little more sufficient as opposed to the way we do it now. It's kind of rough. We'll also even look into next year's grant cycle. Instead of having paper checks mailed to us, have a EFT option. That way we don't run into the hassle of steady running a check in the bank and holding the checks. We also went to Horizon to look into the CD options they have. That's kind of be holding the checks to wait to make a deposit. See what we wanted to do with them. I left the paper at the office that from when I sat and talked with the lady about the CD options that they have. So I'll have that for the next meeting to try to bring in. Hopefully we'll have the remaining funds that are due. Try to make a decision on what options we want to take with the funds that we receive coming in for this year.
I know there's an option with QuickBooks to send an invoice through email to where there is an EFT payment option in that email.
Okay.
It might have to be set up if it hasn't been set up previously. but that option should be there.
Okay.
Maybe help streamline some things.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah,
bylaws state though that there is to be 2 check signers?
yeah, but I was looking
an
on.
issue though?
I was looking on it. I think there was still a way you could have a sign. You can. When I was looking on there, you can have the logo printed on the check, and I think you can still have a line where like get an email notification
Yeah.
to e-sign for both check signers on there. So I thought that'd be
There you go.
definitely something to look into, way more efficient.
100%.
Because
Yeah.
it's a hassle.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anything else regarding the office?
I got a question for the new executive assistant. Are we gonna put like a packet together for literature for them to send out to businesses? To give them like it so they were ready? So when they come in January or whatever
I'd
the
say
case may
we'll have
be?
a whole onboarding, we'll get this one done right.
Yeah. I know it was the main thing, just trying to pitch to get money for people to pay into the UEA.
Mhm.
So I think if we get a head start on that, get like a folder together, whatever the literature gonna be, we gonna email out to the vendors or whatever. Give them kind of a heads up. That way they can start the ground running.
Mhm.
Sounds like a great idea to me. Think you guys are do great with that with the committee, and we can't wait to hear back what you guys got for us.
Because I think the last guy, well, the accountant was here. He said we need to start by January. That's what he said to us in the last meeting. He said once if we lose January, that's it. You might as well just wait till next year.
Yeah.
So I think we get a head start on it now. We'll be ready when January comes. So I can get some business start paying in and stuff.
Was there a time frame we wanted to leave for applications for the position? Like a goal target we want to set to have somebody? I know that we're not necessarily not obligated to start the grant cycle in March, but that's our past practice has always been. So and there's always an option to do it differently, or however we see fit as a board. I just want to know if there was going to be like a window that we wanted to use, or
We've already got a few though that have expressed interest.
it's been like besides them calling about what they've seen on Facebook, things people are asking about the job as well. So it's been like 4 people that have passed along their resume.
I guess to your point, when we want someone maybe by November 30th, roughly December 1st, and that way
And maybe we can
gives them a month to get their.
plan on
Yeah.
having a regular meeting in November, and then they could stay for the meeting if they want to get a whereabouts about what we do, and then do interviews after, possibly. Plan for that,
After the meeting,
yeah, or before,
say at nighttime.
yeah. We don't plan for before.
I mean, yeah, I guess that could work.
We got time.
Well, and then we would have to vote as a board on hiring somebody, so if we did that in the November meeting, we wouldn't be hiring them until the meeting in December.
I know the way we did it last time, we had 6 scheduled to interview. The committee interviewed, and then we had an executive session. Everybody had a chance to ask any questions they had, and
Yeah.
then we presented it. It was presented to the board, took a vote on it that way. I think that kind of worked pretty well.
Yeah.
So I think the first interview would just be you 3 guys, and at
Mhm.
the time you said fit, you want to use the office, or Fluid is always a nice place as well. You guys kind of interview there. You guys kind of decipher between who you like, the 3 you want to present, and then we kind of go from there.
Could we as a full board, if we wanted to, I'm not saying we should, but give discretion to
That's what I
to
really.
the hiring subcommittee to make that choice, and or does it have to come back to the full board for a final vote, or can you give discretion to that board to
I mean, we're talking about
hire?
42,000 a year. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what we're making in one
Just
year.
asking.
I mean, I wouldn't see the problem.
Are we gonna keep it at 42?
Well, the way it is right now, I'm just,
Yeah.
that's what we're bringing in for money
Yeah.
for next year.
Only
I think
42.
it should be a
yeah.
board decision, not,
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm fine with how Nick do it, however you guys want to do it. Whatever you guys get full carte blanche, you guys see how you do fit, and bring it back, and then we can vote on the board is to make the decision that way. So, anything else regarding office updates?
do you need a motion for the toner and Staples, or
I guess we can go for it. Yeah,
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion. Do I got a second?
Second.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. We go down. Oh, we kind of already talked about the CD options. Grant updates. The grant cycle ends in 11 days. We haven't received any more. I think the only thing we had left was the workforce development. And I know we were trying to see who was the participants inside the Indiana plan.
Yeah.
But I think from the remaining ones, I didn't see any of them. From the addresses I had seen, I didn't see them that were still in the zone.
Really?
I guess a few had fell out after like the drug test or something, I'm guessing.
But I think they're gonna fix that.
And what happened?
Not like fix it, but I think they're gonna there's an EAP program that they go through, right? And then once they complete that, then, then they can go back and retest and
Oh, I got you,
they're
I
not
got
just
you.
immediately booted. I just talked to Manny today. I think that's how they're running that.
Okay.
Kid messed up, or a couple of them,
Mm-hmm.
send them through the EAP program, get them straight.
That's the employee assistance program.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got,
Yeah.
yeah.
Most places have them.
Because the class finished today, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, we're putting a bunch of them to work. I'm getting 2, you're getting 1, like
I
tomorrow
might
or
get
something.
2.
So,
Congratulations.
we're putting them all to work,
Okay.
every single one of them.
From that class that they had at City Hall?
Mhm. I had
That's
2
good.
reach out to me.
I think 2 of them want to be a Teamster, but other than that, I told Mike, I said, as far as the IBW, we can put every single one of them to work.
That's amazing.
And they
No,
have
that's
another
good.
class too,
They
right?
do another class, we'll put all them to work too.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's good, though.
Yeah, I was there at City
Yeah.
Hall and all that was
All we gotta do
going
is get some
They-
work on that Michigan City data center, and we can keep them working at home.
It was a great class.
Did y'all pitch that?
What's that?
Did y'all pitch that?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all did pitch
I got
that?
guys, actually 2 of them are going there.
Okay.
From Michigan City? You're going to the data center?
Yeah, I'm supposed to send 2 out there as well.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of work out there, so we're
Yeah.
trying to keep them close to
That's
home.
good.
I had more
No, that's
than 8.
good. Seriously.
Hey, that's why the trades have been standing up screaming,
That's
We
good,
wanna
though.
put- We want to put
Put some
Michigan City
City
people to work.
residents
Yes.
right away.
No, that's
I
good.
have
Give
more
an opportunity.
engagement by that class than
Yeah, it's a
I
good
would
class.
say the last 5 Indiana plan classes that I talked to.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
class.
they asked really good questions. Everybody had some input. I was very impressed by that class.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
So let's keep it going then. huh?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So you guys want to do another class?
Sure.
I say so,
you
yeah.
should.
How are they picked for the class? I mean,
It's open.
Just
It's
apply.
open, anybody
It's open.
can come in and,
Just
okay.
apply.
They gotta apply. I think, what they started out with 20
I feel like there's 20.
applicants maybe, and then they wound up only having like 13 in the class or something.
And those are all just Michigan City residents,
All
right?
Michigan
I
City.
think this one was focused on, normally in Indiana playing classes, they try to
Whole Indiana.
hold it to Gary or Michigan
Mhm.
City, right wherever they're doing it at, but they'll open it up if there's seats available.
I got you.
No, that's good though. I didn't know you guys were actually getting them jobs too.
Mhm.
So that should be, in my opinion, should be advertised on social
It
media.
should be.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like, seriously, yeah.
Seriously.
So I think we all, because we all came down and spoke with them, and then Indiana Plan has their own Facebook stuff. They push it out. Then of course I push it out on mine through IBW
Yeah.
531. So I think we kind of are, but
Yeah,
it's-
the locals don't know.
I don't know
The
if
locals
city
don't
is.
know.
Trying to get on Facebook.
It
as
took a
much as
minute.
possible.
We had to push the date back, right? The original date, I
think
think,
it
was
did.
set sooner, and
Yeah.
there weren't enough applicants.
Yeah.
I remember that,
So
yep.
it had to get pushed back. So we definitely need to get the word out.
Yeah.
I say get with
'Cause I
Kelly
like to put
Smith,
it on my Facebook.
and
Yeah,
she
that's
put
dope.
it on the Michigan City
Seriously,
page
yeah.
for sure on Facebook, so.
Yep.
It's a great opportunity for.
So I don't
Yes,
know. So
yeah.
none of them live in the UEA.
I'll look,
UEZ.
she sent me the original list. It's in the email a while ago, but I'll look again see who was the last, because, I mean, we still got 11 days, still had,
It'd be nice if we could help if they live in the UEZ, get them some tools or something.
yeah, I mean, I think before me and Dakota kind of talked that, originally I was gonna say, if we
Nothing
went,
else work boots,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Probably the
Yeah,
most
that's
important
true.
thing. Tools is.
Mhm.
but
so I'll try to get the
work boots,
names
yeah.
again for the remaining
That's
ones, to try
dope.
to see and reach
No,
out to
that's-
them.
Well, I was
Especially
there
since we got
so
11
long,
days
man.
left.
They was
Yeah,
up
as long as they
there
get it in
every
before
single
that, the next
day.
week we can vote
That's
to
good,
approve.
though.
I said
We
something
can
to
we can at least get them a voucher like the cabling days,
With y'all.
somebody that participates in the program.
Okay.
Try to get them to go spend some money there,
He went.
get the things that they need to be on site.
For sure.
So I'll
Is
follow up.
Zeldin
with
still
them.
open? Zeldin's the here in Michigan City?
I don't.
Or no, not
No.
Zeldin, not Zeldin, but, that's the port, what's the
Yeah.
other boot store?
No,
Magros. Magros.
Magros, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Macro's closed. Yeah.
For
I
grand
just- I
updates, is
just
there any
dealt with that.
movement on the applications that we had put in for the mayor's money or?
There's actually email came out today or yesterday. I forgot the forward. Let me find it. There's 4 questions that they want answered regarding the opiate money.
Oh, that'll be it.
Let me find it. I'm sorry. Yo, it's in the UEA email. The UEA phone's in my car. But there's I think there's $160,000 that's being awarded. There is $385,000 that's been requested. So there's 4 questions they wanted to ask, and they asked that they wanted answered. Well, how long has the program been established? Would you mind partnering with another nonprofit organization to collaborate on the program? Then there's like 2 more. So I forwarded everybody on the board. I guess I forgot the part. Dakota came up with a proposal for What is the name of it?
Essentially, it's like
I'm talking about.
rebranding of our workforce grant that we had this year with some help of the opioid money that the city will get. It was like asking for the 20,000 and then a match of 5, so it was more money there. But essentially, it would be like the same idea as like the Indiana plan and whatnot, where they go and get these certifications and we help pay for transportation or childcare.
I thought that's what was, I mean, anything related to,
Yeah, so it's pretty much just
Yeah.
the same workforce grant in theory, just trying to get different funds available, so.
I think as long as it revolves around somebody gain a better education on something or a certification to help them procure employment.
Yep.
I'm all for it.
See, so I forward those questions. It came in the email. I think.
So we did apply for it?
Yeah.
What about the charitable ball, the neighborhood one?
I haven't received.
Bright
I didn't
lights.
See, I didn't receive anything back from that one
Okay.
yet.
I haven't heard nothing about that since then. We voted on it, then we voted on it.
Yeah, I submitted both proposals at the
Yeah.
same time, the same day. Actually, the first time I submitted the same proposal twice, so I had to go back and find his original and send it again. But they said they received both of them.
Okay.
That's all I have for office updates. We was down at Grin updates. But yeah, so I reach out to Kelly tomorrow to get the list and see who was left remain on the list that was still in the zone. Try to reach out, try to get them to apply for the workforce development grant and go from there with that. And then besides that, I sent everybody the spreadsheet that Dakota had created regarding everybody that was approved this year and who's all been paid. Some people that weren't sure if they were still going to get the project done. So I told them they still had to December 31st before the grant expired. There is, JB West just sent invoice for, JB, they actually been the easiest to work with so far in like getting payments to them. They just submitted for 2 people that are due, that projects that have been completed that they're due to be paid. So I'll give it you those 2 checks that have to be signed. I forgot to write it down exactly who. And then we have one other one for Hobart Street that haven't had an inspection yet done. But besides that, the list is updated as of today, but everybody has been paid and the check numbers and everything to suffice with that. Anything, any question regarding the grant update? Okay, we'll move down to public comment. Anybody here for public comment?
There it is. Hello, Scott Mellon, 200 Kenwood Place. First off, I'm going to say I don't know what you all do. So I'm coming kind of not knowing what you do here, and I apologize for that. I know this is public comment, but my comments are going to be in the form of questions, which I would respectfully ask you to answer if you so choose, given that we're trying to encourage public participation. Anyway, that said, what do you do? What area do you serve? I know that you have boundaries for the enterprise zone. What is your funding? What is your budget? And what are your balances? As some of you know, there was some scuttlebutt on social media about improprieties and missing millions. You know, number 3 million was thrown around. So I know nothing about that, and I don't believe what I read on social media. But the people are curious about money. So if that's something you could address, if you know what I'm referring to, I think that would be worthwhile for you in this forum. Just a side comment about the subcommittee for hiring your assistant. Generally, I believe your subcommittee would make a recommendation, a referral to the full board for you to vote on. Would be the way I think you should do it technically. So that's really all I have. You know, how much money you got? Where do you get it from? What do you do with it? And where's that missing $2 million? And that workforce thing, the kids, what do we call the Indiana plan? Yeah, you had something like 22 applicants, but 13 failed drug tests. I think it left you with 9.
I think there's
And-
11.
Or whatever the numbers are.
Something like that.
And it's great that you had good interest. That is really heartening to hear. It's great to hear that we've got young people interested in the trades. They can't be outsourced. And that you guys have a place to get them working right quick. That's really amazing. And the earnings in the trades now is a good wage, better than you're gonna make pretty much anywhere else unless you become a doctor or a lawyer, and those are miserable positions. Just talk to a lawyer or a doctor. And I understand, I think the mayor said that the 9 or what, work boots are part of it. We are supplying work boots for them. So for any that are in your zone, maybe you could have that certificate for Cablin's or something for them to get a tool belt and just get a start on something. But again, as citizen volunteers, minus a city employee or two, still volunteering his time. I really appreciate that you guys are doing this. It's pretty nobody really appreciates it, but as a citizen of Michigan City, I appreciate that you're all trying to push our city forward in, again, whatever it is you guys do here. But if you could answer any of those questions, I think people would appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else for public comment? Hearing that, I'll close public comment. I open up to director's comment. Anybody for director's comment?
I'll try to answer your question in a very simple, straightforward way. Essentially, the state gives us the ability to form a urban enterprise zone, which is properties excluding city property. Don't quote me on the exact total miles that it can be, but sometimes it goes 1 block of an alley, and it's kind of ornate in the description of it. Any business that is within that zone can take money from their taxes that are due and have a portion of that come back to us as participation fees. And that participation fees are what we use for what we give back to the community. Currently, this year we had 4 grant opportunities. One of them was a residential grant, which was up to $7,500. And I'd say we had probably about 19 of them maybe that applied, just as a rough guess. Then we had business grant opportunities, so kind of similar to like a facade grant, something like that. I believe that was a max of 10, don't quote me.
75.
Another
Yeah.
7,500, in which we did 2, I believe, this year. And then we also had a neighborhood grant in which we did, the idea was like neighborhood beautification and whatnot. So there was a couple activities like empowering females and I have the list here, Diamond and Pearls. There was one resident who we paid for to get her lawn mowed in the zone. And then we also had the workforce grant, which we'll just say we didn't have much action on it this year. So looking forward to maybe putting some more thought behind it and finding a way that it works. For money that we have available, we're nowhere near the city of LaPorte. The city of LaPorte has millions of dollars currently. And I mean, I think the difference there is that the economic development LEAP in LaPorte is like the same people are involved in urban enterprise that are on LEAP. And so the people that bring development into the city of LaPorte understand, here's the benefit of UEA, here's the benefit of TIF or whatever else, and they advocate for that. While in Michigan City, we have EDC that, they have their investors and their board, and then we have UEA, and it's kind of up to us and the people we hire to go to those businesses and find the opportunities for our funding. So I think that causes the difference in our funding. But right now, with money coming in, we're just over 200,000. As for the millions of dollars and the stuff that you've seen online, I will say that from records that I have been provided from previous board members, nothing from the UEA specifically, not looking at their records. It was well before my time of any understanding. I was graduating high school at the time, and looking at it, it's not something that I could say, this is what happened, put my finger on it. It's my understanding before my time on the board that, as see in the video that's being shared, that was brought to the mayor's attention by the board, and I guess from there, I guess that at the time, they also said they talked to the state police, but from there, I haven't heard anything else from my time on the board.
Well said. I would just like to add that the urban enterprise zone is dictated by state statute. It is a state statute. It was the original TIF district, basically. So something I think that we do that's different from the EDC. If the EDC creates a TIF, that money may go back into the TIF to help with infrastructure improvements or whatnot. We will actually take the revenue that we get from the taxes that are collected to the payments made to the UEZ or the UEA, and we will distribute that back to everybody in the UEZ, not just one particular property or one particular section. It's open to everybody in the zone. I don't know about the new website for the city. I know the old website used to have a map of the UEZ in Michigan City. You see a lot of the west side, a lot of Eastport, down Michigan Boulevard was probably the majority, a little bit down Franklin Street towards the north end here was the majority of the UEZ in Michigan City. But I think Dakota pretty much summed it up. I was, my first or second meeting maybe is the meeting that the mayor was here, that's been circulating online. I think it popped up on my feed yesterday. So that was all done prior to me being on the board, except for maybe 1 or 2 meetings. And at that time, I had no idea what it was about. I've looked at some of the documents that were provided in, like Dakota. I mean, I'm not a forensic accountant, so I can't say if that money was there or was not there.
Any other director comments? All I'll say, I think last year's grant cycle, we were able to give out 117,000. I believe I could say like 85% of that went to homeowners and residents of the community. I think this board per se, just looking from the past records, we try to strive to make more of an impact directly to the residents, and just try to be as much as help as we can in regards to the $3 million. I make shingles for a living. All I'll say is I don't think people get away with stealing $100,000 for too long. And from the documents I seen, it said 2011. I wasn't even in middle school yet, so that's just what I'll say on that. And any more director's comments?
I would just like to see if there'd be entertainment to have some budgeting for next year at the next meeting. Maybe have a committee formed and come up with some ideas for the budget for next year.
What would you say? You usually start to approve a budget in January, so would you say have a committee for this year to plan for the budget for next year, as opposed to have it next year when it's already going?
Well, I think it playing with having the,
I'm saying, because you plan for next year now, as opposed to planning for that year while you're in it, you know what I mean?
yeah, so getting ahead of the schedule, I guess. I think it's important with the executive assistant and everything that we kind of have a full picture when it comes to when we hire this person, that, hey, we have this budget, this is what we can afford for a payroll.
Do I have, I'm fine with that, do I have any volunteers for a budget committee?
You're looking at me. Okay.
Got Ms. Willis, I got 2 more.
Let me speak on $3 million. I just want to speak on the $3 million.
Oh, one second, just one second.
Okay.
I got any other people for the budget committee? I'll work with Ms. Willis. Anybody else? Got a third? Dakota.
I'll be happy to.
So I'll send an email, see what you guys got available. We sat down and start planning for that as well. That's actually a good idea. Also, one other thing I wanted to point out, I know they're doing the trick or treat on
25th.
On the 25th. I know they want to approve to buy some candy, set up a table. I know you said you might be free. You set up a table. I wouldn't mind passing out candy. Saturday though, so try to be done early as possible. You know, it's a good drinking day, but
I'll be in Vegas.
you been Vegas?
What time is it on Saturday?
What time is it?
Was it done now?
Yeah,
That's the 25th.
yeah,
Do we buy our own candy or?
yeah.
I mean-
And pass it out to the kids.
Yeah.
It's probably like 300-400 kids out there every year.
Sounds like a lot of candy.
So how much you want to pay for
Every year.
candy?
But it's gonna be a lot of people passing out. Blue Chip
Candy's
got a
not cheap.
tent. Blue Chip has a tent. All type of sponsors got tents. They're gonna be passing out candy.
It's 3 to 5 trick or treating.
All the merchants gonna be passing out candy. Gonna be hunting houses
2
out there.
hours.
I can do the whole 2 hours. You want to set a table and do it right there?
Huh?
Get a motion to, I go buy the candy.
How much do you think,
You're probably
not to
gonna need a couple
exceed, or
hundred.
at least?
Can I make a
Candy's not
motion that
cheap.
you buy some candy for my organization too, because we're doing ours, actually we had to wait till the 1st of November, but we're having the police department and the fire department with us too. We're gonna be passing out solar lights and, smoke detectors.
You said on the 1st?
Yeah, because the 31st is on a Friday. Aren't the kids still going to be in school that week before the 1st?
And they go back from fall break, I think it's sometime this week.
They went back today.
Yeah,
They was back already.
Yeah.
Okay,
My
yeah.
daughter goes to
I
St.
rushed them
Stephen's.
out the door this morning.
That's why we kind of planned it for Saturday, because there were some other issues involved too, but
So
the
it's
first-
a trick or treating event.
It's 3 to 8.
Yeah.
It's 3 to 8.
Shit. I mean,
Yeah, it's 3 to 8. Yeah. It's 3 to 8. Yeah.
But when we run out of candy, we can
Yeah.
depart, right?
It's 3 to 8.
Tell 'em.
giving out handfuls. So do not. So
That's different.
you said you wanted to add in. What's the name?
Eastport.
Eastport.
Yeah, neighborhood association, yeah, we're having that trunk or treat on that first.
So I got a motion for candy for the Eastport truck or treat, and what's the
This is the trick or treat on Franklin Street.
in the trick or treat on Franklin Street? Is there an amount that we want to go with? Seems like it's gonna be a lot of candy.
It's on sale though right now because of the holiday. Because of,
It's real cheap after holidays.
but it's very cheap. Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't even know what would, 200, 300?
I say a little. It all depends because when I was working with my wife on the Michigan City Parade, we ran out and had to stop and get some. So, and at that time, before we ran out, I was told that they spent like $500 on something.
Yeah.
But granted, that's the parade.
The
You just
LaPorte
toss it
parade.
in.
Yeah, I did the same thing for
Yeah.
the 4th of July.
Yeah,
They got a real nice parade.
Yeah.
I like
they do.
this.
Yeah, real nice one.
You want to do 200 for each event?
I think so.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Good start.
So
So
do not.
moved.
I'm good.
I'm sorry. Second. All in favor? Any more discussion?
Up to 400 or?
400, yeah.
200 each. Yeah.
All in favor?
Alright.
Any opposed? Motion passes. I'm sorry, you had a comment?
Oh, I just wanted to speak on the 3 million or whatever. I got on the board November 20th of 2024. This is all new to me. Like Dakota mentioned when he mentioned about how LaPorte and the Economic Development and the UEA work together. Now let's say this stuff finally gets resolved with whatever happened with the $3 million. Do we think the UEA kind of like, not us, but kind of burned a bridge with the EDC? For them to ever partners with us again? Because me personally, if it was me, somebody was blaming me for stealing $3 million,
Well,
there was no way I
that's
would.
what I've heard.
Yeah.
I haven't personally talked to
Yeah.
the EDC, but
Mhm.
that's what I've kind of heard from sitting on this board,
Mhm.
and that relationship has been strained.
Because of that situation, it kind of makes sense to me now because I was questioning why we don't work together. But when all this stuff started coming out, everything is making sense now. Because me personally, if somebody blamed me for that and it wasn't happening, I wouldn't want to deal with it either.
It's tough to say because none of us were.
Yes, none of, but
yeah.
yeah, true. None of us was on the board,
Right.
but the UEA is considered an entity. So whoever is, it don't matter who was on the board at the time. They look at us as one, like, that's the board that said whatever the case may be. It means because I was trying to figure out why we're not working together, but everything's making sense now.
And I mean, at the end of the day, do we really want to, I think the only real way to rectify anything in the past would be to either tell the state police, come in and look at all of our records. I don't think they have the time or energy to want to do that.
Mhm.
And the only other way I could see it happening is hiring somebody. And
Yeah, third party.
at this point, I see it's more important for us to move forward and do good.
To balance it going forward, but we still need that relationship with the EDC.
I will.
Not saying 3 million isn't worth it, but I'd say if we had to go pay 30,000 for an audit,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather see that 30,000 go and help fix 6 roofs.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I will say it was pointed out in the meeting that the information was turned over to the state police. So I'll just go out on a limb and say and assume that they actually did that, and that police do their job and do what police do, and all crooks go where they go. And that's kind of where I leave it. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion, any opposed? Motion passes.